insult or whatever, but he did have a softer side to him too. I'll get to it a little bit. But his dad he was a character. He was a character. And it runs in the family, okay? It's just what it is. It's the bloodline. So, where am I going with this crazy shit? So John, oh my God. That's where I wanted to go with that, but that's just a little history there. But I would go over to his house and get the bus in the morning, and sometimes he'd put on the Temptations or whatever, or the Four Seasons, and we'd do the little shuffle and think we're doing something. Then, of course, the whiskey came out. This is 7 o'clock in the morning. I say, John, get me up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But his father was a retired detective. His father was a cop, too, and worked at number 12. And so that's where John got it from, and basically led me to the same thing. But anyway, John's a little older than me. He went in class 71-6 or 76, I forget it was. But anyway, Spurlock was the class sergeant. He called the class clown. He constantly picking on John. You know, John never backed down from a damn fight. Never. So Jay, he comes up and he's poking on John, just trying to get his ire up, and he did. So John sort of broke, but he didn't beat the hell out of the guy. But he got suspended 2 weeks. Well, guess what? He ends up back in my class. So that got a little crazy after that. We both went to 6D. For some reason, we felt we could ride together. He ended up going down to 7D and worked with all you guys for years. And couldn't quite make the 2D thing happen. He came out, but that wasn't really rosy what happened up there either. I'm not going to get into that much. But he did back down from a fight. We were, this is embarrassing. I'll do an embarrassing story on me. We went to a bar. We used to drink PBR draft up in Rockville, where we lived together. We lived together up here by Plaza del Barcado, where John ate every friggin' day. But anyway, I'm on sick leave because I get sick and tired of the job already. And I was off looking for jobs. He said, come on, let's go have a beer. I said, John, you know I can't be out of here. You're supposed to call. You're supposed to be accepting phone calls when you're home. You can't be away from the house and all that crap. Well, we went out. He said, come on, man, what's going to happen? So we go out to this little bar down Georgia Avenue. And there's this guy playing pinball. I said, Joe, that guy's got a gun. I said, Jesus Christ. Neither one of us are armed, right? He says, well, what are we going to do? I said, John, Montgomery County Police Station is right next door. Just call them. I don't know, man. I said, John, what do you want to do? Go and get your gun, come back, kill the guy? What the hell? This is crazy. So, try to make a long story short, the guy comes walking by. He says, well, look. If I take him down, you get the gun. And I said, hold on. All of a sudden the guy gets up and walks like, John jumps up and the shit's on. We go down on the floor. I'm looking for the gun I'm supposed to get. It ain't there. I knew Hot Leg was coming next. I really did. And it's like, John, is the gun at? And he says, I got it. I said, you asshole. So everybody in the bar knew this guy. They backed us out of the place, right? We're holding a bang with this gun that we didn't know it worked. So we're backing up, and I told somebody, call the goddamn police. The guy said, y'all standing in a phone booth. You know that. And they actually backed us into a phone booth. So John says, call your buddy down communications, because I started here as a cadet. He said, get him, and he'll tell the watch commander, we'll get all these prizes and awards and shit. I said, John, I'll get in trouble. You know I'm going to get in trouble over this, because I was out of the house. How can you get in trouble for being an act of heroism like this or whatever? You know, John's no words he put that, of course. So, John, for you, I'll call him. And, of course, John got police officer a month, I got screwed. That's just the way it is. So we started riding motorcycles and stuff together, and John got a little motorcycle. He thought he'd put what was that real thick, well, a lot of us knew we used to put in our cars when it wasn't running good. And then he had a 175 Honda. He put this quart of goop in the damn thing and completely blew the engine. He had it for about a week. He thought it'd make it run faster. Pat, you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, a scramble.
Yeah. Well, we went to, we're on the way to Myrtle Beach, and we've seen the pictures over here on the TV about him holding that gas can. Well, I got intimate knowledge on that because I met him at the house. We were going to light out on our bikes, go out 64, go through Greensboro, whatever, and go down the road and hit Myrtle Beach like we did with the guys a lot. We did that a lot. And so there's no reason to ask him if he had filled his bike up. We're getting ready to go on a 300-mile trip or whatever. What the hell? So we're sitting there, and it's like, I mean, we're going out, we're probably 40 miles from here. And he pulls over. I said, what the hell's wrong with you? He said, I'm out of gas. I said, you've got to be kidding. He wasn't kidding. And we're in the middle of nowhere. And that stretch of 64 is like swampland and everything. So I said, well, I guess I gotta go find you some gas. So I had to go out, go to all these little towns. Finally, I had to find a gas can before I could even get the gas to put it in. So we come back, and that's him. We saw the pictures on TV. If you all watched some of the pictures. He put the gas in the tank, and I get a picture of it. Then he gives the can back to me. I said, you know what you can do with that can, dude? I said, that's yours. Put that in your tank. And that's when he held it up like this and sort of toasted me with the can. So we finally get to Myrtle Beach, and he tells me I'm going to be a sock bitch because he's got the drop foot.
I remember him referring to you as sock bitch.
No, he thought he was going to sock. He went barefoot or wear flip-flops or something, because I was not going to be that guy.
No, I don't want to interrupt your story, but he said if he ever hit the lotto, that he was going to hire you, put you on payroll for like $250,000 a year to wear a shirt that said sock bitch.
we did have the beer bitch hats when we lost that one battle down at Myrtle Beach. We had to get beer for everybody or whatever. Right. That was the deal. But no, I never did that. That's a swear to God truth. I never ever did put a sock bitch. Are you kidding me? Of course I did.
I've seen those feet.
I bet his wife didn't do it. I bet Debbie didn't do it here.
He had some Eagles claws. I mean, he can snatch a sand and going up straight with them up.
Now this is another story. That gun there, we lived in, I know I got a lot of stories. I'll try to cut them short. But we're up in Georgia Avenue, and every damn time I'd come home, he would start the insults. Oh my God. Hey, God, what you gonna do, Mr. Cooking Fest? You gonna put your little chef apron on and cook that fried chicken for me again? My little chicken dish. You know, he just goes on and on and on. Whatever. It's always. And he does it just because it is funny, but sometimes it's just kind of. So I said, I can get something done one day. So he always came home, clocked his ass. We had two easy chairs matching on either side of the television. He comes home, plops his gun down the thing, and goes back. Well, he wasn't hopping at the time. Later, when he walks back to the bathroom, goes to the bathroom, and comes back. Well, when he was out of the bathroom, I take this little piece and unload it. Right? Unload it, put the bullets aside. He starts on me. As soon as he comes back, starts to crap again. I picked up, I'm sorry, you're goddamn, you know what? I picked the gun up and went click, click, click. He turned as white as your hair his whole body. He was white. Now, I never messed around with guns and everything, but you know what? I cut his crap off from doing that ever again. When he came up with his never, yeah. I got him there. But there was one more, I think it slipped my dang mind already, but he was careful. Oh, I want to tell we have a lot of stories that aren't that flattered about John. But here's a good one. We were on a motorcycle trip back in the 70s, and I got a terrible accident. John was with me. I was on the ground, couldn't move, and the ground was like 100 degrees or some shit. John puts his hands underneath my arms to keep him from burning. I was getting burns. So, well, anyway, I thought I could get through this shit. So he ended up arranging, I ended up going to the hospital and all that. He came and visited me as soon as he got down there, made sure my motorcycle was safe in this little garage. And then he actually rented a truck, loaded up with both bikes, and drove them all the way home. After he stayed with me for about a week or so until my parents picked him up. That's John. To John.